This is the plaintiff, Jonay Shady. She says she and the defendant have known each other for 30 years and started dating in 2011. When they were together, she gave him $5,000 to invest in the stock market, and when they split up 2 years later, he only returned $200 to her. When she asked him what happened to the rest, he told her he lost it on the JCPenney stock. He has provided her no proof of any stock purchase, gain or loss, and for all she knows, he made a killing on her money and is now sticking it to her because they're no longer together. She's suing for $5,000 for monies owed. This is the defendant, Mike Andrella. He says he was making some good money on stocks, and the plaintiff wanted in on his stock picks. She gave him the $5,000 to invest, but the stock he purchased for her went from $30 a share down to $2 a share. And sometimes you lose money in the stock market. Get over it. He's accused of making bad choices.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Jonay Shady, you are suing your former boyfriend, Mike Andrella, for $5,000 that you say you're calling a loan for investment. According to you, you gave it to him to invest and you want it back. All right, tell me what happened.
Okay, so basically in July of 2013, I asked Mike if he would take $5,000 of my money and find a stock that he had some faith in and invest, because he's really, really good in the stock market. He's made a lot of money over the years.
Okay, question. How long had you been dating?
Well, we started dating in 2011, so we've been dating a couple of years, and I've known him since 1989, 27 years before we actually started dating. So,
how'd you two start dating?
Well, we run into each other a lot because we kind of run in the same circles, but he had a tragic loss of a former girlfriend, and so I called him to, give my condolences, and then we've been friends. We were friends for that whole time, very good friends, and we would talk to each other occasionally, go out occasionally, and so then,
And in total, how long did you guys date?
3 years.
Okay. All right, so sometime in 2013?
Yes.
July of 2013, you hand him $5,000 and do you tell him what stock to buy, or you?
No, because I'm not very good at picking them, so that's why I entrusted the money to him, because he's very good at it. He keeps an eye on it. I'm not very good at it.
So did she give you $5,000 to put in the stock market?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
Okay, and so what did you do with the $5,000?
I put into an aggressive stock.
What aggressive stock?
ABUS is the symbol of the stock. It was $30 a share at the time when I purchased it.
What is it?
It's a company that makes, it's hard to explain, but they make safety gear, safety equipment for when they remove asbestos from buildings.
Okay.
Those suits that those guys wear.
Okay.
They specifically make that.
So when did you purchase, did you put all $5,000 into one stock?
Yes, I put a little of my money into it also.
Okay. When did you purchase ABUS?
ABUS.
ABUS.
Is the symbol. Almost immediately. It was one of the aggressive stocks.
Prove to me that you put $5,000 in ABUS.
It's on my...
Did you set up an account for her separately, or you commingled it with
I can't. You have to have your own...
You can't set up an account for another person.
No, she would have to go in herself and open up an account.
So she knew that you were going to mingle it with your funds, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then I just need to see that you bought
Sure.
ABUS close to the time she says you gave you the money.
Sure.
And that it lost the money.
Sure.
That's it.
But if you look right now on my computer, on my email.
That's fine. What are you going to show me here?
The stock that I have, the stock that I still have, I have still 100 shares of it. The stock has gone from $30 to $2.
Okay, I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down, so I'm going to be very, very specific about what I need. I have an allegation. She thinks you put the $5,000 in your pocket and went gambling.
No.
Okay, right. So all I need, no. I don't need you to just show me a stock that lost money.
No, that's my portfolio.
I need you to listen to me.
Okay.
I need you to show me when that stock was purchased, and I need to see at least $5,000 purchasing that stock. So show me in when?
July of
Go into your
2013.
account and show me how in July or beginning of August of 2013 you purchased at least $5,000 worth of that stock.
I understand.
That's what I need to see. Hand him his phone back, take a look, figure it out.
Sure.
Are you going to need a recess, or do you think you can do that handily? Because I think you're going to have to look for the statements from...
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
All right, no worries. Stock is in recess. I was going to say court is in recess.
All rise.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, two people know each other for 27 years as good friends, and then they start dating. Is that weird?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I think you get to know that person much more.
What do you say?
I think it's a little weird because, like, all of a sudden, like...
Okay, let's get down to it. Could you bang somebody you knew for 27 years?
Only if it was my wife.
That was so safe. Going inside the courtroom.
So you now have some more documents. I'll get to you in a minute. I wanted to ask you a question. When you give him the $5,000, do you ask him what he's going to invest in?
Yeah, I gave him the $5,000, and then I did ask him over the course of the next couple of weeks, what did you invest in? And he says, oh, I don't remember. I think maybe either Bank of America or Ford. And then I reminded him, I was like, well, why would you buy Bank of America? Because you sat with me and saw me buy Bank of America a few months earlier. He's like, okay, well, I don't know. I have to look for the statement. I have to look for the order, the transaction.
But now you dated him for how much time after that?
Like a year. So
in that year, how many times do you ask him, hey, where's my money? How's it doing? What's going on? And
I asked him,
And what would he say all the time?
He would just say, oh, I have to look for the statement. I think.
Yeah, but how do you let him get away with that? Like, I know when my husband says, I don't know, I got to look, I'm like, okay, then get up and look. Like, that's what I say.
Okay, so honestly, like the last year of our relationship was very tumultuous. And
how come?
Because he has an issue that I wasn't going to put up with, and
which is
he was drinking. I don't know if he still drinks, and he would promise to go to AA, and he didn't go. And when I have messages when he said he got hit by a car and he was in the hospital, and he didn't get hit by a car. He just fell down drunk and hurt himself. And then we broke up in September of I think 2014.
And who broke up with who?
I broke up with him.
So did you ever get any money back?
I got $200 back with no explanation, no listing of anything of why he sent me $200.
Did you get any more money beyond that?
I did not get any more money beyond that.
Now, you've introduced into evidence a bunch of checks.
Right.
Where do these come from?
Little things. She wanted a loan. I wrote a check for $1,000. Remember that?
Did she pay you back?
No. I took it from...
Wait, so this has nothing to do with the stock?
No, it has a lot to do with the stock because I took it out of the stock money. The $1,000 that I gave her. And then I wrote another check for $200. She needed money for something.
Does this ring any bells?
No, I have borrowed money from him, and you'll see my evidence. I have checks where I've paid him back, and I've said thanks.
Okay, can I see your evidence where you have checks that you paid him back? And can I see the checks that you have that you... Let me see what you have here in court regarding... On September 19th, there's a $1,000 check to you that he writes on the memo line loan. And on September 20th, there's a $300 check to you that he writes on the memo line loan. And then there is a $200 check, which he also writes on the memo line loan. That's on February 6th. Why does it say loan?
She called me because she needed money. And
yeah, but you're telling me that's on her investment. It's not a loan. So why do you write loan?
Because she wanted to borrow money. She and I have not talked in over 2 years. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to get anything out of it.
Well, are you or aren't you? Because I asked you earlier, I wanted you to show me a paper trail because, this is a messy situation, which you acknowledge was going to be messy because you let him commingle it with his funds. So do you have the statements from 2013?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. What stock did you buy with her $5,000?
I believe I handed it up already. Oh,
Answer my question.
TMKA. And then the stock from TKMA switched over to another brand, which is ABUS.
Okay, so you're going to show me a piece of paper, which on July 31st shows you buying $5,000 worth of that stock?
It was commingled with my $200,000.
Yes, that's great. And bought what stock? Now prove you bought $5,000 worth of stock.
No, That's
Because see, the only thing I see you buying is Ford stock.
okay.
I don't see you buying ABUS
Did you
stock.
get the printout? It's
Yeah,
switched
when did you
I never,
buy-
I never purchased ABUS. TKMA.
What day did that
switched
get
over.
purchased?
It switched over on the 13th of August. August 13th.
Why shouldn't I think you bought Ford stock with, what day did you give him the money?
The check I gave him is dated July 29th, 2013.
And on July 31st, you buy $5,000 worth of Ford, actually you buy $10,000 worth of Ford stock. And that's what she testifies you told her a few years ago. So you get to just pick which stock. Let me go, hold on now. All these years later, I'm going to say it was something I bought 3 weeks later, because that's the big loser, and that's how we're going to handle it. You think I'm going to, because I specifically see that the closest transaction you have to when she hands you the money is on the 31st. Where you say, I bought some and she bought some. Oh, look at that. There's 5109 and there's 4,978, 2 separate transactions of Ford that day. See, I can't trust you. So I have to look, I'm not her. So I have to look and see, okay, what makes sense? If the check is given on the 29th, what does he buy? Yeah, it's commingled with your funds, but that doesn't mean you get to pick the biggest loser and then say that's what you're left with. So I'm going to pick Ford because that's what you told her then. I think I bought Ford.
That's fair.
So if you bought Ford, how's Ford doing?
Ford's doing very well.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it, pal? Ford is doing very well.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
This is what he did with your money. This is what he did to you. Okay? So Ford's doing pretty well. It's gone down a little, but not much, and it's been paying dividends.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen a dividend, sweetie?
No, I haven't.
No. So you've been pocketing her dividends?
It's all commingled in one account.
It's all commingled, and so we'll figure. It's all commingled, and we're never going to tell you what we bought with your stock. We're just going to assess the losses to you if you dump me.
She never spoke to me in 2 years. This is the first time I'm hearing about anything.
Did she ever, when you were together, say, "What did you buy with my money"?
Tell the truth.
Yeah, I did ask
And I
for it.
apologize. Sorry, excuse
Go
me.
ahead, sweetheart.
No, I did ask you for it when you asked me to take in your sister's cat. And then I called you several times on the phone and left you messages that went unanswered. When are you going to send me the rest of my money? I don't think I lost $4,800.
Yeah, you didn't. But now let's talk about those 2 other checks, the one for $1,000 and the one for $300. I know it was a long time ago. I know we're talking about, when are we talking about? 2014. So we're talking about 3 years ago. But do you remember what that was?
I have borrowed money from him in our relationship. I did, so I don't remember what that's from. I mean, if he says he loaned me the money and it's made out to me and I cashed it, then if I owe him the money, I owe him the money. But like
Did you
I said,
also, throughout your relationship, pay him back money?
Absolutely, I have. I've given you those checks where I've paid him back money too.
And I see those checks come to $200. So when I look at it, here's what I see. I see that you purchased Ford at 16.9. It's now at 12.57. So it has gone down a little bit, but it has done well in the sense of paying dividends throughout that same time. So when I take the dividends away from the loss, you lost very little money. Now, did she pay back that $1,300?
Absolutely not.
And you don't think that you paid back the $1,300? Okay, so I'm going to factor that in as well. When I take into account the loans and I look at the value of the stock and I take into account the dividends you never saw a penny from and the loss, I come up with a net judgment in your favor in the amount of $2,932.58 judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff does indeed prevail. $2,900 she gets back.
And she deserves it.
What? She deserves it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take advantage of her.
Well, the judge thought you were. You know, the way you were intermingling the money and the accounts, it was really hard to tell.
We never
what was
thought
hers, what wasn't, right?
Exactly. We never thought we'd ever split up.
Yeah, but you did. But she did ask for her money a while ago, and you didn't come across.
Long time ago, yes.
Yeah, but you didn't give it to her. You wouldn't be here right now
No,
if
that's
you
true.
had.
That's
you know?
true. Right.
Okay.
And she's a wonderful person.
Well, good.
I wish her the best.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations for you to say that. Well, he wishes you well anyway. He says you're a lovely person.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you okay with this $2,900?
Yes,
You didn't
I
get
am.
your $5,000 back. You lost a little. But part of that was a loan that he had
right.
given you. So you didn't make out that bad.
No,
Okay?
I'm very happy with the
Well,
judgment.
good. I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Harvey?
Well, look, I mean, Doug, she won, but I mean, this is a good example that you really need to manage your money. Even if you've got somebody else doing it for you, you have to watch them.